Improbable, not likely to be true or to happen. Or unexpected and apparently inauthentic. Inauthentic. Unconvincing. Unbelievable. Incredible. Ridiculous. Absurd. Preposterous. Contrived. Labored. Strained. Forced. Unlikely. Not likely. Doubtful. Dubious. Debatable. Questionable. Uncertain. Difficult to believe. Implausible. Far-fetched. Fanciful. Unthinkable. Inconceivable. Unimaginable. Unimagined. Incredible. Morass, an area of muddy or boggy ground. Or a complicated or confused situation. Quagmire. Swamp. Bog. Marsh. Mire. Quag. Marshland. Peat bog. Fen. Slough. Quicksand. Moss. Car. Corcas. Bayou. Percosin. Moor. Marish. Confusion. Chaos. Muddle. Tangle. Entanglement. Imbroglio. Mix up. Jumble. Clutter. Mire. Quagmire. Commerce. Prose. Written or spoken language in its ordinary form, without metrical structure. Notation, a series or system of written symbols used to represent numbers, amounts, or elements in something such as music or mathematics. Or a note or annotation. System of symbols. Alphabet. Syllabary. Script. Symbols. Signs. Code. Cipher. Hieroglyphics or annotation. Jotting. Inscription. Comment. Footnote. Entry. Minute. Record. Item. Memo. Gloss. Explanation. Explication. Elucidation. Marginalia. Exegesis. Scholium. Agnostic, a person who holds the view that any ultimate reality, such as God, is unknown and probably unknowable. Axiom, a statement or proposition which is regarded as being established, accepted, or self-evidently true. Accepted truth. General truth. Dictum. Truism. Principle. Proposition. Postulate. Maxim. Saying. Adage. Aphorism. Apothegm. Gnome. Reifimake, something abstract, more concrete or real. Criterion, a principle or standard by which something may be judged or decided. Basis. Point of reference. Standard. Norm. Yardstick. Benchmark. Touchstone. Test. Formula. Measure. Gauge. Scale. Barometer. Indicator. Litmus test. Specification. Guide. Guideline. Guiding principle. Principle. Rule. Law. Canon. Convention. Division. Split. Rift. Breach. Rupture. Break. Separation. Severance. Estrangement. Alienation. Detachment. Chasm. Gulf. Discord. Disagreement. Dissension. Disunion. Scission. Pernicious, having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way. Harmful. Damaging. Destructive. Injurious. Hurtful. Detrimental. Deleterious. Dangerous. Adverse. Inimical. Unhealthy. Unfavorable. Bad. Evil. baleful, wicked, malign, malevolent, malignant, noxious, poisonous, cancerous, corrupting, ruinous, deadly, lethal, fatal, malefic, maleficent, pestilent, pestilential, baneful, pestiferous, dialectic or relating to dialectic or dialectics, dialectical, or the art of investigating or discussing the truth of opinions, reasoning, argumentation, contention, logic, discussion, debate, dialogue, logical argument, ratiocination, reverence, deep respect for someone or something, or regard or treat with deep respect, high esteem, high regard, great respect, acclaim, admiration, approbation, approval, appreciation, estimation, favor, recognition, worship, veneration, awe, homage, adoration, deference, honor, praise, liking, affection, love, Julia, revere, respect, admire, think highly of, have a high opinion of, hold in high regard, esteem, hold in high esteem, think much of, approve of, appreciate, cherish, value, set great store by, prize, treasure, look up to, worship, pay homage to, venerate, adulate, hold in awe, idolize, put on a pedestal, lionize, hero worship, honor, love, contemplate, look thoughtfully for a long time at, look at, view, regard, examine, inspect, observe, survey, study, scrutinize, scan, stare at, gaze at, eye, take a good look at, behold, unmoored dash, of a vessel, not or no longer attached to a mooring. Mooring. A place where a boat or ship is moored. Dissipated dash, of a person or way of life, overindulging in sensual pleasures. Dissolute. Debauched. Decadent. Intemperate. Immoderate. Profligate. Abandoned. Self-indulgent. Wild. Unrestrained. Fast-living. Depraved. Degenerate. Corrupt. Sinful. Immoral. Impure. Rakish. Louche. Licentious. Promiscuous. Lecherous. Libertine. Wanton. Lustful. Libidinous. Lewd. Unchaste. Loose. Drunken. Venerable, accorded a great deal of respect, especially because of age, wisdom, or character. Respected. Venerated. Revered. Reverenced. Worshipped. Honored. Esteemed. Hallowed. August. Distinguished. Acclaimed. Celebrated. Lionized. Renowned. Illustrious. Glorious. Legendary. Famed. Eminent. Preeminent. Great. Elevated. Prominent. Notable. Noted. Respectable. Reputable. Decent. Honorable. Worthy. Guise, an external form, appearance, or manner of presentation, typically concealing the true nature of something. Likeness. External appearance. appearance, semblance, form, outward form, shape, image, aspect, disguise, false colors, costume, clothes, outfit, dress, pretense, false show, false front, false display, show, front, facade, illusion, cover, blind, screen, smokescreen, masquerade, posture, pose, act, charade, put on, put up job, hegemony, leadership or dominance, especially by one country or social group over others, leadership, dominance, dominion, supremacy, ascendancy, predominance, primacy, authority, mastery, control, power, sway, rule, sovereignty, predomination, paramountcy, prepotence, prepotency, prepolency, pastoral — especially of land or a farm, used for or related to the keeping or grazing of sheep or cattle, priestly, clerical, ecclesiastical, ministerial, hieratic, sacerdotal, vicarial, parsonical, rectorial, churchly, prelatic, apostolic, pundit, an expert in a particular subject or field who is frequently called on to give opinions about it to the public, expert, authority, advisor, member of a think tank, member of a policy unit, specialist, consultant, doyen, master, mentor, guru, sage, savant, buff, whiz, boffin, susceptible, likely or liable to be influenced or harmed by a particular thing, or capable or admitting open to, receptive to, vulnerable to, defenseless against, an easy target for, susceptive to, liable to, prone to, subject to, inclined to, predisposed to, disposed to, given to, easily affected by, in danger of, capable of, admitting of, receptive of, open to, responsive to, allowing, permitting, susceptive of, wavering, losing strength, determination, or purpose, especially temporarily, throes, intense or violent pain and struggle, especially accompanying birth, death, or great change, agony, pain, paroxysm, pangs, suffering, torture, torment, anguish, distress, hardship, struggle, travail, excruciation, assimilate, take in, information, ideas, or culture, and understand fully. Acculturate, assimilate or cause to assimilate a different culture, typically the dominant one. Nuanced, characterized by subtle shades of meaning or expression. Sonnets, a 14-line poem written in iambic pentameter, employing one of several rhyme schemes, and adhering to a tightly structured thematic organization. Uniquely in a way that belongs or is connected to only one particular person or thing. Ornate, made in an intricate shape or decorated with complex patterns. Or elaborate, over-elaborate. Flowery, florid, flamboyant, grandiose, pompous, pretentious, affected, high-flown, high-sounding, orotund, fulsome, magniloquent, grandiloquent, rhetorical, oratorical, bombastic, labored, strained, overwrought, overblown, overripe, overdone, convoluted, stilted, turgid-inflated, highfalutin, purple, tumid, pleonastic, euphuistic, aureate, oceanic, fustian, hyperventilated, elaborate, decorated, embellished, adorned, ornamented, fancy, over-elaborate, fussy, busy, ostentatious, showy, baroque, rococo, florid, wedding cake, gingerbread, flash, flashy, filial of or due from a son or daughter, dutiful, devoted, loyal, faithful, compliant, respectful, dedicated, affectionate, loving, befitting a son or daughter, familial, stigmatize, describe or regard as worthy of disgrace or great disapproval, condemn, denounce, brand, label, mark out, disparage, vilify, pillory, pour scorn on, cast a slur on, defame, discredit, inauspicious, not conducive to success, unpromising, or unlucky, unpromising, unpropitious, unfavorable, adverse, unfortunate, infelicitous, unhappy, ill-omened, ominous, ill-fated, ill-starred, untoward, untimely, inopportune, disadvantageous, discouraging, disheartening, gloomy, bleak, black, bad, sinistrous, unchancy, outlawed, made illegal, banned. Columbarium, a room or building with niches for funeral urns to be stored. Morgue, a place where bodies are kept, especially to be identified or claimed. Cremate. Dispose of a dead person's body by burning it to ashes, typically after a funeral ceremony. The scientific description of the customs of individual peoples and cultures. Vestige, a trace or remnant of something that is disappearing or no longer exists. Remnant, remainder, fragment, relic, echo, indication, sign, trace, mark, print, imprint, impression, legacy, reminder, memento, souvenir, token, trophy, remains, leftovers, leavings, evidence, residue, memorandum, memory, remembrancer. A strong and very unpleasant smell. Decrepit, of a person, elderly and infirm. Feeble, enfeebled, infirm, weak, weakened, weakly, frail, debilitated, incapacitated, wasted, doddering, tottering, out of shape, in bad shape, old, elderly, aged, ancient, in one's dotage, long in the tooth, senile, superannuated, senescent, past it, over the hill, no spring chicken, fallaciously in a way that is false. Theocracy, a system of government in which priests rule in the name of God or a god. Dubious, hesitating or doubting. Or not to be relied upon, suspect. Doubtful. Uncertain. Unsure. In doubt. Hesitant. Undecided. Unsettled. Unconfirmed. Undetermined. Indefinite. Unresolved. Up in the air. Wavering. vacillating, irresolute, in a quandary, in a dilemma, on the horns of a dilemma, skeptical, suspicious, suspicious, suspect, under suspicion, untrustworthy, unreliable, undependable, questionable, shady, fishy, funny, not kosher, dodgy, equivocal, ambiguous, indeterminate, indefinite, unclear, vague, imprecise, hazy, puzzling, enigmatic, cryptic, open to question. Coerce, persuade, an unwilling person to do something by using force or threats. Pressure, pressurize, bring pressure to bear on. Use pressure on. Put pressure on. Constrain. Lean on. Press. Push. Force. Compel. Oblige. Put under an obligation. Browbeat. Brainwash. Bludgeon. Bully. Threaten. Prevail on. Work on. Act on. Influence. Intimidate. Dragoon. Twist someone's arm. Strong arm. Blackjack. Bulldoze. Railroad. Squeeze. Put the screws squeeze on. Bounce. Hustle. Fast talk. Corollary, a proposition that follows from, and is often appended to, one already proved. Interlocute, a person who takes part in a dialogue or conversation. Feeble, lacking physical strength, especially as a result of age or illness. Or lacking strength of character. Weak. Weakly. Weakened. Puny. Wasted. Frail. Infirm. Delicate. Sickly. Ailing. Unwell. Poorly. Failing. Helpless. Powerless. Impotent. Enfeebled. Enervated. Debilitated. Incapacitated. Effete. Decrepit. Doddering. Doddery. Tottering. Tottery. Shaky. Trembling. Trembly. Shilpit. Etiolated. Proponent, a person who advocates a theory, proposal, or course of action. Advocate. Supporter. Upholder. Exponent. Promoter. Adherent. Endorser. Champion. Defender. Backer. Subscriber. Patron. Espouser. Friend. Apostle. Apologist. Pleader. Proposer. Propounder. Spokesperson. Spokesman. Spokeswoman. Enthusiast. Propagandist. Of something abstract but perceptible, issue or spread out from, a source. Emerge. Flow. Pour. Proceed. Issue. Ensue. Come out. Come forth. Spread out. Come. Be uttered. Be emitted. Be transmitted. Arise. Originate. Stem. Derive. Spring. Start. The abandonment or renunciation of a religious or political belief. Symptomatic, serving as a symptom or sign, especially of something undesirable. Indicative. Signaling. Warning. Characteristic. Suggestive. Typical. Representative. Symbolic. Indicatory. Scrutinize, examine or inspect closely and thoroughly. Examine carefully. Inspect. Survey. Scan. Study. Look over. Peruse. Search. Investigate. explore, probe, research, inquire into, go over with a fine-tooth comb, check, audit, review, sift, analyze, dissect. Cunning, having or showing skill in achieving one's ends by deceit or evasion. Crafty, wily, artful, guileful, devious, sly, knowing, scheming, designing, tricky, slippery, slick, manipulative, Machiavellian, deceitful, deceptive, duplicitous, Janus-faced, shrewd, astute, clever, canny, sharp, sharp-witted, skillful, ingenious, resourceful, inventive, imaginative, deft, adroit, dexterous, foxy, savvy, fiendish, sneaky, fly, porky, slim, subtle, vulpine, canny. Egalitarianism, the doctrine that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities. Neonatal, relating to newborn children, or other mammals. Neonatal, relating to newborn children, or other mammals. Perimeter, periphery, border, borderline, margin, rim, outer edge, edge, extremity, limit, outer limits, limits, borders, bounds, outskirts, marches, marge, born, skirt, ambit. Parlance, a particular way of speaking or using words, especially a way common to those with a particular job or interest. Jargon, language, phraseology, idiom, speak, talk, speech, way, manner of speaking, vocabulary, vernacular, tongue, idiolect, patter, argot, patois, cant, facon de parler, lingo. Revitalization, the action of imbuing something with new life and vitality. Cohort, a group of people with a shared characteristic. Batik, a method, originally used in Java, of producing colored designs on textiles by dyeing them, having first applied wax to the parts to be left undyed. Demented, behaving wildly and irrationally on account of anger, distress, or excitement. Mad, insane, deranged, out of one's mind, not in one's right mind. Crazed, lunatic, unbalanced, unhinged, unstable, disturbed, distracted, as mad as a hatter, as mad as a March hare, stark mad, non-compos mentis, sectionable, crazy, mental, off one's head, out of one's head, off one's nut, wrought, archaic, past and past participle of work. Scrimmage, a confused struggle or fight. Fight, battle, struggle, tussle, brawl, fracas, rumpus, melee, free-for-all, rough and tumble, Donnybrook, affray, scrap, dust up, punch up, set to, shindy, scrum, arters, roughhouse. Adage, a proverb or short statement expressing a general truth. Saying, maxim, axiom, proverb, aphorism, saw, dictum, precept, epigram, epigraph, motto, truism, platitude, cliché, Commonplace. Words of wisdom. Pearls of wisdom. Expression. Phrase. Formula. Slogan. Quotation. Apothegm. Gnome. Veer, change direction suddenly. Swerve. Career. Skew. Swing. Shear. Weave. Wheel. Change direction. Change course. Go off course. Deviate. Be deflected. Diverge. Turn, aside. Branch off. Curve. Twist. Bend. Curl. Incline. Swivel. Zigzag. Tack. Divagate. Convoluted dash, especially of an argument, story, or sentence, extremely complex and difficult to follow. Complicated. Complex. Involved. Intricate. Elaborate. Impenetrable. Serpentine. Labyrinthine. Tortuous. Tangled. Byzantine. Daedalian. Gordian. Confused. Confusing. Bewildering. Baffling. Puzzling. Perplexing. Fiddly. Plotty. Involute. Arduous, involving or requiring strenuous effort, difficult and tiring. Onerous. Taxing. Difficult. Hard. Heavy. Laborious. Burdensome. Strenuous. Vigorous. Backbreaking. Stiff. Uphill. Relentless. Herculean. Demanding. Trying. Tough. Challenging. Formidable. Exacting. Exhausting. Wearying. Fatiguing. Tiring. Punishing. Grueling. Grinding. Intolerable. Unbearable. Murderous. Harrowing. Killing. No picnic. Knackering. Toilsome. Exigent. Strenuous, requiring or using great effort or exertion. Arduous. Difficult. Hard. Tough. Taxing. Demanding. Exacting. Uphill. Stiff. Formidable. Heavy. Exhausting. Tiring. Fatiguing. Grueling. Backbreaking. Murderous. Punishing. No picnic. Killing. Knackering. Toilsome. Vigorous. Energetic. Active. Enthusiastic. Keen. Zealous. Forceful. Strong. Herculean. Spirited. Dynamic. Intense. Determined. Resolute. Tenacious. Tireless. Stout. Indefatigable. Unremitting. Dogged. Pertinacious. Lament. A passionate expression of grief or sorrow. Wail. Wailing. Lamentation. Moan. Moaning. Groan. Weeping. Crying. Sob. Sobbing. Keening. Howl. Complaint. Jeremiad. Ululation.